Khloe Kardashian recalls crossing paths with Justin Bieber at one of Diddy's star-studded bashes, when she said that half of the guests were naked. The reality star, 40, made the remarks in a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which has resurfaced in light of Sean Diddy Combs' arrest for sex trafficking allegations. Disgraced musician Diddy, 54, was arrested in New York as part of a sex trafficking investigation and is currently being jailed at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. The actor, who was granted bail by a judge, was recently placed on suicide watch following his indictment for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for prostitution. In the scenario, Khloe discussed with her sister Kourtney about a night out at one of Diddy's parties. Khloe Kardashian recalls crossing paths with Justin Bieber at one of Diddy's star-studded bashes, when she said that half of the guests were naked. The reality star remembers seeing Justin during a night out at one of Sean Diddy Combs' parties. When he would have been 20 years old, Justin is shown at a different party. She informed her sister Kourtney, "I went on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, at this party, I believe half of the individuals were butt naked. You'd have liked it." She remembered one of the guests being Justin, who would have been 20 years old at the time. She informed Kourtney, "I boarded a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, at this party, I believe half of the attendees were butt naked. You'd have liked it." Kourtney also asked her sister, "Who was with you this weekend?" and responded that she was with a bunch of friends. Khloe then listed off a litany of names, including Diddy, Quincy. Khloe acknowledged her relationship with Justin Bieber, stating that things are going well so far. Justin Bieber is believed to be extremely disturbed by the news of Sean Diddy Combs' arrest on sex trafficking charges and has walled himself off from the world. Speaking exclusively to dailymail.com, an insider said that the new father Justin has been absolutely thrown by the terrible allegations and is struggling to make sense of them, especially since he collaborated with Combs less than a year ago. The source claimed of the sensitive singer, "Bieber is so disturbed by the Diddy news and is hesitant to digest or address it, so he has shut off. Many people who helped him become who he is were very close to Diddy, and it has utterly upset him." Justin hasn't responded to this since the home raids. He isn't going to. According to the insider, Bieber sincerely regrets working with the discredited entrepreneur last year and would never have done so if he had known the claims that have since surfaced. They continued, "He had a long hiatus from Diddy when he believes most of this occurred, and he had distanced himself from him. He was featured on Diddy's most recent record, and if he knew any of this, he would not have done it." Earlier this month, unsettling footage emerged of Justin, who was 22 at the time, partying with Diddy during his birthday bash. Combs, now 54, is then shown placing his arm around the One Less Lonely Girl singer, now 30, who holds up the garment to the camera. The pair posed for shots before Bieber stripped off to put on the coat, while the audience roared. One witness remarked, "Oh, he bad boy now," referring to the record company. Combs established Bieber's demeanor changes constantly in the video, ranging between blank and emotionless to happy and dazed. A later section appeared to show a bleary-eyed Bieber celebrating New Year's with the Game, 44. The disturbing video aroused worry among admirers, with one remarking on X, "I feel so horrible for him, he was only a youngster." Another user wrote, "This is really terrible to watch." A third inquired if Justin Bieber remembered anything from that night. "This video makes me feel nauseous," commented another, while one concerned user wrote, "He looks out of it big time." Several videos of Combs with Bieber circulated in recent days following Combs' arrest. One unsettling video showed Combs, who is 24 years older than Bieber, chronicling his 48 hours living with the singer when he was only 15. The mogul stated, "He's spending 48 hours with Diddy, where we're hanging out and what we're doing we can't really reveal. But it is certainly a 15-year-old's fantasy." He went on to say, "I have been given custody of him. I had legal guardianship of Usher throughout his first record, but I no longer have it for him. Bieber, but for the next 48 hours he's with me, and we're going to go insane." Another leaked clip showed the rapper grilling a 16-year-old Bieber on why he hadn't been speaking with him as often. It comes after Diddy was seen making a joke about locking women up at parties in an unearthed Conan O'Brien interview from 22 years ago. Diddy's 2002 interview on Late Night with Conan O'Brien has resurfaced and gone viral, as he made comments about placing locks on the doors to prevent women from leaving parties. Diddy requested to dismiss a sexual assault lawsuit owing to the statute of limitations running out, TMZ reported on Friday. In May, model Crystal McKinney filed a complaint against the rapper, alleging he sexually abused her. She claimed the assault occurred in 2003, but Diddy's lawyers stated in a letter that her claims expired in 2010 owing to the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act. The rapper's lawyers also argue that the star's firms, including Bad Boy Entertainment, cannot be sued because they were not involved in the alleged incident. In her lawsuit, McKinney alleged that Diddy drugged and sexually abused her in 2003, after they met at a men's fashion week event at Cipriani downtown in NYC. After meeting the musician, she claimed he brought her to his studio and gave her a joint that may have been tainted with another narcotic. She was then forced to have oral sex with Combs inside a lavatory. Diddy was arrested last week on Monday and was quickly denied bail by a judge after he used both his and his mother's properties in Miami, valued $50 million, as collateral. On Wednesday, he lost his appeal to overturn the ruling and will remain in detention pending trial. The accusation against Diddy, which was released last week, stated that FBI raids on his Miami and Los Angeles estates resulted in the discovery of over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. It is said that the artist would pressure and deceive victims into taking part in days-long sexual acts, which he called freak-offs. Diddy's colleagues allegedly plied victims with narcotics to keep them docile and threatened anyone refusing to cooperate, in charges similar to those made in a civil complaint launched by Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie last year. These accusations were key to prosecutors filing sex trafficking charges against the producer, with observers observing that authorities are increasingly stretching the law to fit their cases against powerful defendants. Congress increased federal sex trafficking penalties in 2000 with the purpose of bringing down prostitution rings and pimps, but the charge-shifting nature has seen it more recently utilized to trap individuals like Keith Raniere.